Welcome back once again, second years, in your class where we have to continue the explanation with an example of curriculum vitae. As I said you that in the previous class, that in this class we'll go ahead with the preparing of a CV according to the requirement in the advertisement. And before explaining it to you, I am giving you one instruction. Just follow this one. Open your textbook on page number 291. Check it out on 291. There is in the question paper, it is a question paper, model question paper being given. It is actually in that you have been given one of the advertisement related to the Big Share Services Private Limited. The big advertisement is there on page number 291. Open that. There, read it out first. They have given and I prepared the CV for that advertisement. Okay, they have given this advertisement with the multiple vacancies. Like they have given the requirement of many of the people into the particular company, and they wanted you to prepare the CV. Okay, so here the first requirement in that vacancy, in that particular advertisement, is graduate plus 15 years experience, and the location is Mumbai, and whatever the location being mentioned, as I said in the previous class, read the advertisement carefully, understand it. So here the location is being mentioned as Mumbai. So that means the person who is residing either in Mumbai or who is willing to relocate or transfer, means like want to shift towards the Mumbai, can apply into this particular job. Okay. The next is graduate plus 10 years experience. Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Gujarat, many are names are being given of the places. So wherever the requirement is there, you have to fulfill the requirement and prepare a CV. The next is graduate plus 5 years experience. The requirement of the area could be Mumbai, Delhi, etc. It is being given. You can read it out. Next is graduate plus 1 year experience in Mumbai only. This has been specifically mentioned as Mumbai. Now, I have selected this category to prepare a CV for the examination point of view, which could be easier for you because it has only graduate plus 1 year experience and the location only mentioned as Delhi. So it will be easier for you to create the address and the educational qualifications and everything. Okay, because graduate means it's not much elder. The age and all you can decide and you can write it down in a better way, because all the things we have to assume. Fine. Now this is the answer for this question, curriculum vitae. First is we have to write down the objective. What is your objective? What is the position you are applying for? As I said, I have selected this one. That particular position's name is given as executive client servicing. Executive they need for the client servicing, and that's why we have written the position of executive client servicing. If we are applying for this position, we have to write down what is the name of the position. If we are applying for this, we have to write down objective as the position of this, and if we are applying for this, we have to go for that one. Okay. Now here why I have taken this executive client servicing, because it is only needed one graduate plus 1 year experience. Okay. Next here is that you have to write down the details. All these you have to create from your own imagination. Okay. This name is Miss Alekhya Kumari. Any name you can take. There is no need to bother about that, what the name I have to take, what is the father's name and all. You can create any name, but maintain the criteria, or you can say maintain the protocol what is needed for the framing the names. Okay, so name is Miss Alekhya Kumari, father's name is Mr. S. Rajesh. Okay, now I have to create her date of birth. So I have created as 1/11/1995. So now this is 2020, so the age being given as 95, so it has become 25 years, that to be mentioned, 25 years age. Okay, the next is full address, because the requirement is related to the place as city as Mumbai. We have to go for the address creating in Mumbai. House number 8344, then Z Apartments, Worli, Mumbai. I have taken one of the place name Worli and then I have written as Mumbai. Okay. Now next is mobile number. This is a fake mobile number. Don't try. Okay. This is a fake mobile number. All the 10 digits I have given here. Just you can create any random mobile number. There is no need for you to write down the exact mobile number of yours or any of your relatives or elders. Fine. Nobody is going to dial that numbers. So just any fake number you have to create. Then next is email ID. I hope everybody has email ID and you know that how the email ID is being given. So this is email ID created for this alekhya@gmail.com. When you are applying for professional level, when you are applying at professional level, when you are applying for the job, you have to create a proper name's email ID. Don't create rising star, Papa's princess, Mama's boy. That could not go into your email IDs. It should look like a professional ID where it shows your maturity of the mind. Okay, the maturity of the mind means here what you are creating, you are writing your name of the person who is applying here. That is good, that is better. Don't write down anything extra or anything fancy names. Don't take the fancy names. Okay. Now 7th is over here. I hope you have got. First we have taken the name, father's name, then date of birth and the age. Then we have created one address, mobile number. Then we have gone for the email ID. That is the personal details. Now next category is that where we have to show the academic qualifications. In academic qualifications, as I said in the previous class, we have to go for the reverse chronology. Here, this academic qualifications could be created in a tabular form, especially in CVs. Okay. So, how to write down first qualification, institution, then percentage of the marks obtained by the candidate. All these are the fake ones I created. Okay. So you have to create from your own self. That means you need some time to write down your CV. You need to understand, read, understand, then create the CV. So with a clear mind, with not having any tension on your mind of writing section A, then go ahead for this curriculum vitae. As I said, that section A should be written first, where you have to write down all the answers and annotations, because you have the practical grammar where you need lot of time to think and write it down from your own. So this need your attention more. Fine. Now move on to this first qualification. What is the qualification I mentioned here? BCom Computers. Okay. Then institution, BS Degree College, Worli, Mumbai. Okay. Next is percentage of marks. This is 75%. Intermediate, Faith Junior College, Mumbai, 82%. Then SSC, Keys High School, Mumbai, 80%. Everywhere you can find the same or the more or less same names of schools and colleges in all the cities. So you can write down the college which you have understood from your side. You can write down any name of the college and the address could be given of the place where they need the person to do the job. Okay. This is the 8th point. Now next we will move to the 9th point. 9th is experience. If you remember, the requirement is that graduate plus 1 year experience. If you are giving 2 years experience, it will become one of the positive point for the person to get selected. And here what the age I have given, 25 years. 25 years means maximum at 21 years you should complete your degree, or normally you can get completed 21 max. I am saying 22, 23, if suppose she is performing, she is doing some job, then now after 2 years again she is going to apply for the another job. Even I have written her age as 25. She has completed in 22, 23 also she could have done 2 years experience. Okay, that you have to maintain. If you are writing here 20 years age, completing graduation and writing 20 years age, then how can you write down the experience? So you have to remember this one, that you have to create the age which could be, if they need experience, you have to create a age which is obviously extra than the graduation level. Okay, if they want PG instead of degree, if they have written PG, postgraduate instead of graduate, that means we have to calculate 20 or 21 years completion of the normal degree, then going on to the PG means minimum 2 years. So then you have to 22, 23, now 24 years, 23 years they have completed, or 24 years if they have completed, 1 year experience if you wanted. So you can have to write down 26 or 27 years as the age of the person who is applying. This to be remembered. When I am creating all these, I have kept all these things in my mind, that what they need is graduate plus 1 year. So I have given an ample margin to the person, to the candidate, to complete at least till the age of 25 years with the experience of 2 years. So this you have to keep it in mind while you are framing. Experience 2 years as assistant executive in SBS company, Mumbai. Here what they need? They need the graduate plus 1 year experience, and the position what they wanted is executive in the client servicing. And now I have given the experience as assistant executive. So now when she worked as the assistant executive for 2 years, she can be eligible for applying for the post for executive. Okay, that is the experience, and this is also one of the fake name created for the company. Okay, next is the languages known. How many languages she is being aware of? English, Hindi and Marathi. Why I have taken Marathi? Obviously you have understood, because we are talking about the candidate who is residing in Mumbai, who has completed all the education in Mumbai. Then we cannot write down Telugu over there. Okay, English, Hindi and Marathi. If you are writing for a person who is from Hyderabad and they are applying in Hyderabad, or they are applying, they are ready to move to the other place, but they are basically from Hyderabad, so you would have to write down the language as English, Hindi and Telugu, or English, Urdu or Telugu, either any. You can add any language. Basically with this English, Hindi, you can add the other language which is the state language of the particular requirement in the advertisement. Okay. Next is the place Mumbai. Here the place from where she is applying, that is the place is Mumbai. And what is the date? The date when the person is writing the CV. So when she is applying on 12th December 2020. Okay, she is applying on a particular date. So when she is applying, that date to be written here, and from the place where she is applying, that to be mentioned here. The last could be the signature. Okay, the signature also to be in a mature way and to be written in such a way that the name should be visible, not writing in such a glitches with the star marks, with the smileys and all. No, this could not be written, because you are applying for a sober job. You are applying for a mature job. You are not applying for anything fancy, right? This is one of the things which you have to keep it in mind while writing. You have to be very serious, and you should concentrate that you should, I know you are in intermediate, but you have to think in a way that you are a 25 years old candidate with the qualification of completing the graduation. After that, how mature the persons behave, in that way you have to create the CV. That's why decorations and fancy names, fancy signatures, mobile numbers, and fancy email IDs could not be allowed, and it will give a very bad impression on the examiner. So keep it in mind, these tips, and I hope you have understood well. This is the example CV I have given you, and that CV you have to copy down this CV, because this is actually came into the examination paper, which is not being solved there. So you can go ahead with this, and the next are there many more are there on page number 119 in your study material, and many are there in your textbook. So go ahead with that, check it out. And in study material, it is very clearly mentioned the resume, biodata, and CV. So everything is being given detail. Just go ahead with that one, get the experience of this. And if you practice it out, if there is a resume being given in the study material, try to write down the CV of the same advertisement. Same, you can take all the things, the credentials, you can take the name and all the degrees, everything you can take same, but write down in a manner of CV. If CV is being given, try to write down in a form of resume or biodata. In that way, if you write it down, it will become very easy for you to do in the examination. I hope you have understood what I meant. So take the important points and all the things, keep write down in the notes, keep everything in your mind, and get prepared for practicing the other CVs and the biodatas. Okay. So in the next class, we'll meet with the other explanation of the grammar item or grammar part. By the time, take care. Have a nice day.